I get great enjoyment out of creating things start to finish. And when I was involved in the professional organization, so much of those photographers, they take the picture and then they pass it on to somebody else, and then when that person's done with it, the lab's done with making the print, that part gets passed on to somebody else that retouches it, and then it comes back and it gets passed on to somebody that presents it for the customer and whatnot. And so with this process, even though there are agencies or other venues that you could send your work on to be processed, whether it be negative processed or printed or spotted or anything, everything that I'm doing is nobody else has any control over it. All the way through to putting on a mount, screwing the back of the frame together, washing the glass. I don't let anybody do any part of the process. And I've done it long enough and gotten a little notoriety. So there have been a number of college kids that have called and asked, geez, we'd like to come and assist you and learn your craft and whatnot. And I wouldn't have a big problem passing my knowledge on in that setting. What I wouldn't want to relinquish control of any of the process whatsoever. So the fact that I'm building something from nothing and bringing it through to world class might be a little bit too much to describe it as, but I've viewed enough world class photographs to know that I'm not embarrassed at all by the products that I'm putting out, and my photography has been a terrific voice for me that has enabled me to befriend world-class, not only photographers, but also world-class printers. And they've had very kind things to say. So that's gratifying that people of that stature find, what I'm doing is of value. And to getting back to the little simple things, it might sound corny, but when you take a piece of photographic paper and shine light on it, and you don't see anything happen, but then you come over and you put it in a tray of solution that by and large doesn't have any color to it, and little by little this image begins to appear. That's
a magic.
That's pretty exciting, and I know my granddaughter's been down here with me, and I don't profess to say I got a lot of serious work done, but I could see a fire getting lit, and she's only 7 years old, but she's actually really inquisitive as to what's going on. And I showed her the print would come up in the developer, and you can see even in the wonderment of a little kid.
Just the magic.
It's quite a magic that happens. So it's probably the process of having everything in my control that really lights my fire and continues to light my fire.